Hello everyone, my name is Hector. This is Everything Horror, where we talk about everything horror. Today, I want to talk about books. Yes, horror books. So in this, I'm actually going to mostly talk about one author. There's going to be a couple of other authors that I'm going to talk about, but the main reason why I wanted to make this video is because I recently came across this one author, and it introduced me into a lot of horror books. I just want to thank this author for this, and I want to talk about some of their books and some of the other books that I purchased recently in the horror genre. Now, the first book I want to talk about is Nosferatu. This is by Joe Hill. That's the author that I want to mostly talk about in this video. Now, Nosferatu, I mostly wanted to read this book because they were going to make it into a TV show for AMC. And I had came across this article where they interviewed Stephen King, and he was talking about how the show was one of the most horrifying shows that he's seen. And I did not know that Stephen King is actually the father of Joe Hill, even though they look very much alike. This story is really interesting. It's about a girl, her name is Vic McQueen, or Victoria, or the Brat, and she has this ability where she can make a bridge wherever she wants. It's an old bridge from her past that she just makes with her mind. She's able to go wherever she wants. She usually uses it for finding something that's missing, but she can also go to any place that she wants for any reason. And one of the times that she crosses the bridge, she's going there with bad intentions, and she comes across this evil man. His name is Charlie Manx, and he is a soul eater, and he drives this awesome Rolls Royce that he names the Wraith, and he has the license plate NOS 4A2, Nosferatu. So it's a really awesome story. That's just a little taste of what it is. You guys should definitely check it out, or check out the TV show. I know I'm going to check out the TV show pretty soon. I know it just got released on Shudder, so definitely going to catch that. Now, I started falling into the rabbit hole of Joe Hill, so I started purchasing a whole bunch of his books. He has a pretty small catalog so far. So one of the first books that I purchased is Heart-Shaped Box. This was actually, I think, his first novel. I may not be correct, but from what I've heard, this is actually his first novel. Even then, he was a great writer, and I guess it really does run in the family. But yeah, this story is about this middle-aged rocker. He collects oddities. He has a snuff film. He has some weird books. He has like all this weird memorabilia, all this weird oddity stuff. What ends up happening is his assistant comes across a ghost for sale. And it's not actually, a ghost, but it's a suit that they say carries the ghost. And he's like, take my money. And he gets it, and he finds out that it's true. It's actually a haunted suit, but there's other reasons why he came across this suit. So this story is really awesome. It's actually really good. Super creepy parts in this book, really creepy, and I think this is actually the best one that I've read so far from Joe Hill. So I liked it better than Nosferatu, and I think you guys should definitely read this. It's a breeze. It's about 400? No, it's about 370 pages. So it's a pretty quick read. I know Nosferatu was about 700 pages, so that one's a lot longer. But this was a really good book. I really liked it. Another book that I bought, but I can't find it. I don't know where I put it. But I purchased Strange Weather. It's actually 4 stories, 4 short novels in the book. The first one is called Snapshot. It's about this kid. He comes across his old nanny, and she's just wandering the roads. She's saying nonsense. She says that there's a man that's taking her picture, and she tells him, don't let him take your picture. Don't let him. And that sticks with our main character, and he finds out that maybe what she's saying isn't just senile. There may actually be a culprit, and that was a really interesting story. The second one I forgot what the second one was called, but it's actually about a mall shooting, and the one of the people that survives um, isn't telling the whole truth. Let's just say that. And as the story goes on, their story on what transpired starts to unravel, and some crazy stuff happens. And it has a very ballsy ending, I have to say. The third one is called Aloft. That one I really liked. That was my favorite story. I like sci-fi stuff, sci-fi horror. This one is about a guy. He has bandmates, and they want to go skydiving in remembrance of one of their bandmates that passed away. Our main character jumps out of the plane with resistance because they end up not wanting to do it, but they end up having to because there's some kind of turbulence with the plane. So they jump out and they land on something solid, and they find out they're on a cloud. They're walking on a cloud. So very cool. Some chilling stuff in that book, in that story. And then the last one is about a catastrophic event, a horrible rainstorm that rains down nails that kills hundreds of people, thousands of people, and our main character is trying to go on with the aftermath of this horrible storm. So that book was pretty good. Two out of the four stories I really liked. I really liked Aloft. I kind of liked Snapshot, and I kind of liked the shooting one, and then the rain one was pretty good. I liked it. But yeah, that's Strange Weather. And then I started going on a Joe Hill binge. I purchased Horns. This was actually made into a movie. It's about a guy who wakes up with horns on his head, and then that's all I know. I haven't seen the movie, so I don't really know what else goes into this, but I haven't read this, and I haven't read this, The Fireman. This one I've heard mixed things about. Some people like it, some people don't. I'm going to find out if I like it or not, so I can't wait to get into these. But the book that I'm on right now, as you know, Joe Hill is the son of Stephen King. I wanted to get a new Stephen King book, so I got The Outsider. This is what I'm reading right now. You can see my bookmark, like about there in the book. But this one is about a horrible murder that occurs, and there's this public figure in the small town where this murder occurred that gets arrested publicly, pretty much demeaned in front of all other townspeople. Right now I'm on the investigation, and things are actually starting to fall apart in regards to the main character that is being accused of the murder. Okay, everyone, sorry about this. My phone died when I was recording, so I'm going to have to finish it up here with a little bit of voiceover. Yeah, there is another book that I got. It's called Badman. It's by Dathan Arbach. Dathan was a poster on the subreddit No Sleep on Reddit. And he posted a series of stories that compiled into one large story called Pen Pal. He self-published a book by that same name. And what that story was about was a young kid in elementary school has to do a project, a class project, where they write a letter and they send it off with a balloon, and wherever it lands, hopefully they get a pen pal. And it turns out he does get one, but they have very bad intentions. But yeah, that was a very chilling story. So it got me excited to purchase his new book, Badman. Now, this story I have not read as of yet, but it is about a guy whose young brother gets kidnapped. And it's been several years, I think, several years since the mysterious disappearance of his brother. And some new clues and weird stuff starts happening, and it just follows from that. Yeah, it got me really excited to read that one. But yeah, you guys, I want to thank you for watching this video. I wanted to make it because, me falling into the rabbit hole of Joe Hill and horror novels, I'm really getting into it now. And I just wanted to post on here and show you guys that there's a world beyond, just movies and haunted houses and all that. There's novelization, and from what I've read so far, there's some stellar authors out there. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for checking out my video. My name is Hector. This is Everything Horror. I hope you guys give this video a like and subscribe if you liked it. And take care, peeps.